10 men, 20 men, 30 men. I'm on something. 10 men, 20 men, 30 men. That do what's up. 10 men, 20 men, 30 men. Yeah, drink 'em up. Yeah.
Rolling. You know what it is, man. DJ Thoro, a.k.a. Thorozano, Bridge to the Streets. Right now, you're watching the hottest in the streets. You hear me? Right here on This50.com. Special guest in the building. Introduce yourselves.
Microphone terrorists in the building.
Yeah.
Boy overseas.
Bare arms in the building.
Okay.
Microphone terrorist, Tearface the Bishop.
Damn, these names is crazy, incredible.
You got the right to keep
Bare
the bare
arms.
arms. Yes, sir.
Let's just start with you. How did you get that name, man?
Well, you know, we used to always carry pistols, honestly.
Okay,
so
there
we
it
all
is.
had, we
Straight
all
to the
had,
point.
we all had like one of our friends' names is 44. We all had like specific gun names that we like to carry.
Okay.
So growing up in the Northeast Bronx, man, I was the first guy that got the gun.
All right.
And I transferred it from this guy. So, you know, I was the first one to bear the arms. I went to the block, got the heat, 44 Magnum, shotgun shells, 32.
Right.
And, you know, that's when it
I thought it
started.
was like you was in the gym bearing arms.
Oh, that too, baby. That too, you know.
Like that bar.
When I
See,
did-
got bars now. I'm getting fucked up
He
up
got
here.
bars. He got bars. He got bars.
I got bars.
He got
man.
bars.
Yeah, it's all about bars, man. We raised from the Bronx, so like
Right.
we do this shit. We started off, how we used to talk to each other is in bars.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Now, for people that may not be familiar with your discography, you guys been around since how long?
Yeah, we've been around. We actually dropped our first record, and unofficially it was like 95, 96.
Wow, 95.
You know, Green Paper,
We dropped
Microphone
Green Paper.
Terrorist. That was our first joint.
Okay.
It's over 1 million streams on YouTube. Got a real good response overseas. You know, the problem was I had got locked up, so.
Okay.
You know, we
Well, yeah,
had
that
did
could be
some
a problem.
time. Yeah, that was a big
And
problem.
I got, and I
then
got,
he
locked, locked up too.
Yeah. So, you know.
Another problem. In case
So
somebody
we-
wanted to book you for something.
Yeah, nah. So we
Two
was
guys
in and out.
gone.
Yeah, we basically took a little, short hiatus, but pop back, continue to make music and
Right.
Childhood friends from 3 years old, man.
Right.
Me and this guy been riding the big wheel together.
Hey,
man.
we need to
You
bring
know
those
what
back.
I'm saying?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Those
man.
Shit.
Yeah,
I
I had the black and gray.
had a green
red and
machine.
black.
Who remembers the green machine?
Yeah.
Nobody- I had a green machine, you know what I mean?
Word.
So, coming from the Bronx, this goes without saying, in case you've been sleeping under a rock for all your life, that's where hip hop was started.
Mhm.
Yes, sir.
What type of obviously you know the legacy behind that. How do you guys, feel that you carry on the tradition? Because New York has always been known for the home of the spitters and just the home of hip hop in general. But we had a lot of the mainstream has gotten away from the actual,
Correct.
how do you say it, the real core of what hip hop is about. Like,
Right.
We don't even now we don't even celebrate all 5 elements. It's all rap now.
It's all
Nobody
rap.
celebrates the
Right.
dance and
Yeah.
the graffiti. And it's all just the rap part of it. The DJ is just rap. How do you guys
see,
feel about that?
Basically, when we grew up now, basically we basically had every element of the rap. We used to, break dance. We used to do the graffiti. We had the MCs. We used to try to, do a little bit of,
DJ.
turntablism.
Right.
So we basically had every essence of the hip hop. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Tearface now, since what? Elementary school we've been doing
Elementary
this,
school.
man. You know what I mean?
We've been doing it.
So it's like we take every element of the hip hop and you kind of hear it in our music too because
Right.
we do a little bit of everything from the the boom bap. Now we kind of like transformed it into the little trap, but just trying to mix all the elements together.
Right.
But shit, trap been around since Slick Rick, so we've been starting this shit for a long time. If
Right.
you listen to melody, harmony, and mumble rap, this shit we've been doing that
Yeah.
shit for years. So
Right.
it ain't nothing new to us
Yeah.
because
Right.
we've been mumble rapping and melodizing for years. It's something that came with a part of our culture.
Right.
Because a lot of our brothers and sisters are from the West Indies, so
Right.
we learn how to chant with them, and then so we've been doing doing this style
Right.
for a long time. It's not like this style just came up and
Yeah.
like they say T.I. came out with the style, whatever trap. We've been rolling trap since since back then.
Yes,
You know, our original records, if you go back in our history, our first record was a trap record.
It was a trap record.
Yeah.
Retreat, no
No
surrender.
retreat, no surrender. That was a
bass.
trap
Heavy
record.
bass.
Heavy bass.
You would think it was a record straight out of Miami. You
Or
know what I mean?
DC.
Right.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? So we always kept it original, and what makes us terrorists is the way what we do to the microphone. We're able to deal with different genres. For us, you know, music is universal. All forms of it. You date back to LL. People been harmonizing, so
Right.
it's not nothing new. Like with these older guys saying, "Oh, the younger generation." I'm not with that because like it's all a part of the culture.
Yeah, if you think
You
about
know?
it, you know, one of my favorite groups, which is Nice and Smooth.
Nice.
You
Oh yeah,
know,
Nice and smooth
Smooth
is
beat,
fun.
you know?
Right.
All
Right,
that
so
we
he
got
been
junk.
harmonizing, you know.
All we wanna do is bust nuts and you.
You're right. You're
You know
right.
what I'm saying?
And it's from the Bronx.
It's been happening. We've been
You're right.
harmonizing and
You
melodizing
are
for
so
years.
right.
So
Damn.
these
I
are the
forgot
truths
about
we
that.
gotta get out. These are the truths that we gotta get out
The
because
essence.
everybody's missing the essence. We've
Right.
been doing
Yo,
this.
I even forgot about that.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Right,
We've
and the
been
thing is
doing
the essence of it, right, is that
Damn.
the foundation of something is the best part. You see what
Yeah.
I'm saying? It's the best part, and that which begins something, it has to come back to that.
Right.
So you'll see a cycle in hip hop when things will change and they go this way, that way. But the essence is the Bronx. It's that Bronx hip hop because KRS said it. Bronx creates it. See, we create it.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? We do it from inward. It's a style that we create, and it always has to come back to that. And with the microphone terrorists, it's coming back to that right now.
Right.
So
It's
what's
coming back to
happening
the
now,
essence.
it's always been in the foundation. Don't let
Right.
anybody twist you up. We've been harmonizing and singing in the BX from day one. We've been mumble rapping from day one. Not the type of stuff.
Take that.
Yeah, but I mean, not the type of stuff they're doing now. It's more of a bad man tune.
Right.
But we've been doing it, and that style was created since the 70s, bro.
Right.
Like it's not something that just came up. Now they may be people give it a bad name, just like we had a bad name too.
Right.
But now it's turned around to be a cure. So that's what you got to think about. At certain times in life, things are gonna be good and bad. It's just at that time what it is.
Right.
Right.
This is my favorite part of the show right here because you guys are called the microphone terrorists, correct?
Mhm.
So, I have a segment on my show, right? It's called On the Spot.
Okay.
Do we know what that means?
You ready to
Yeah.
go?
That means you're on the spot. Y'all terrorists, right? I gotta
Right.
tear it up. They gotta tear it up in, right?
Yeah.
All right, let's go. Arms and push your wig back like yesterday. And I'm fresh out the square box. Section 8. Homie wise like a Mason. So tell them bad baddies that my dick game's sick. They could sponsor relation. 100 for the head, 7 figures for the pole. My murder game ill like Billy the Kid. But man, I'm just trying to lay up. Put meat in a bitch. Don't make me take it back, bro, to 96. Yeah, yeah.
I'm a truck bigger than the ambulance. Passport for me, couldn't understand the grammar stamp. New bag, saw myself off my last advance. I hear these rappers soaking, but they ain't never stand a chance.
What?
Two choppers got my sweats like hammer pants. Stones with Rocky, boy chain like the
Overseas.
avalanche. I got a trailer loaded of girls that shabby ranks. Self-made million and not too many that I had to thank.
I'm parked
While
in
in LA,
Amsterdam in the gold Ferrari. Bulletproof glass shooters can't harm me. I'm on my Remy Ma, no shots of Henny. I'm all the way up, birds fly friendly.
Friendly.
Your wife wanna smash, I can see her eyes.
Eyes.
Caramel tan with the cocoa thighs.
Cocoa.
She bought her best friend for the Nick Minaj.
Nick.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Easy,
Okay.
easy.
I like the hero part. 2 K's in my
We had to take it back.
I like that.
Listen, baby.
That's my favorite talk. 2 K's in my pants. And it wasn't like hero pants. You just did that.
Yeah.
That's dope. That's nice.
Yeah, man, it's a little bit.
Now let's talk about these records. What do we have out right now? What are we promoting?
Right.
Well, we have a release coming out April 1st, and it's called Honor Roll. This is like our mainstream record.
Okay.
Right now, we got a record out with Uncle Murda
Shout out
called
to
Gotta
Uncle
Eat.
Murda.
All right, we have a record out
with Jim
Jim
Jones,
Jones,
Pop Digits.
Pop Digits.
Then we have the original Pop Digits, you know.
With
that
just
was
us on
just
it.
the terrorists
Okay.
on it.
Pop Digits.
We got a
got
video
that
for
What
that
You Wanna
one.
Do.
And
What
for,
you gonna
you know,
do?
for all the people that like to get their
Well,
hair
that's a
right.
lot- that's
We
a
got
lot of
that
people.
Cloud Chasers out too,
Right.
produced by Artist Rescue. You know
420
what I mean?
Cloud
coming up.
chasers.
Okay.
Keep your heads in the clouds,
Yeah, so
baby.
You know.
Right.
So we basically, on the digital level, we just trying to push a lot of records out, a lot of singles, see what catches, what gets a little
Right.
buzz, and just keep it moving, man.
So we was talking earlier off air, in terms of streaming and, I guess your support area, where's the most places you get support from?
Well, currently, right now, we're big in the UK and Russia.
Okay.
We're getting a lot of heavy streams in UK, and it's probably because the guy who did the record is from the UK, Artist
that's probably
Rescue.
why.
So I mean, he did that record, but basically, we're worldwide from our stuff from the '90s. So we have basically two genre of fans. We got guys that are like 35 and older, and then we got the younger fans that's gripping onto our new stuff.
Right.
So it's like we trying to capture the best of both worlds,
Right.
and bring it back to the essence. Because what we do is we got a hip hop album and we got trap on the other side. We mix it all together to kind of show the world that there's no separation. Everybody's trying to separate this
Come
shit,
from different
and it's
parts of
not
the planet.
separated.
Different parts
Even
of
now
the
I
planet.
see young boys trying to separate. There's no separation. This is hip hop.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? This shit is the streets, and you can't change that.
Right.
Right, that's the culture.
Now-
The culture
now-
is the way of life.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, what about one?
Kid.
Growing up in the Bronx, who were you listening to growing up? How did you get into hip hop?
Well, growing up, my favorite artist automatically was KRS-One.
KRS-One, okay.
Because he basically set that foundation and, made sure that the Bronx was put on the map. But I listen to a lot of West Coast music too. Like, I ain't gonna even lie to y'all. You know what I mean?
No,
Like my inspiration came from everybody. You know what I mean? So there's not really one person.
And you?
Yeah, for me, the essence of it, what really started getting me into it was Run DMC,
Run
to be
DMC.
honest with you.
Finally.
Because that, I
You
mean,
took
that's,
mine, you
yeah,
took mine.
yeah,
You
I
took
mean,
mine.
me and this brother, we used to
We-
go on Easter, we used to battle with our Adidas
Yeah.
suits. So we were into Run DMC hard, like me and this brother right here. So they really
King
like,
of Rock.
like that when they came out with that style, because they were so different,
Right.
and we then found out that we have a variety of styles.
Right.
Because when they came up with King of Rock, we and him was the guy. I was like, yo, this shit, that
Right.
shit's hard. And people
That
was like,
was
yo, they
hard.
selling out. I'm like, yo, nah, that shit's
this shit is
hard.
hard.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The
If you was
guitars,
rap-
they got
Yeah,
the
the
guitars
guitars,
in the
yeah.
background. right?
Aerosmith, when they did
Right.
it, they was really the first to to bridge that gap between.
Man,
rock
and we
hip hop.
needed that.
Right.
It was
Because at
Run
that
DMC.
time-
It was Run DMC for me. But what got me into it, because we were big into fashion. See, as young kids, for some reason, we were big into fashion,
Right.
into sneakers and having everything match
Right.
a certain way. Even at like 6, 7 years
Yeah,
old, we were
very
born
young.
like that
Yeah.
in kindergarten.
Yeah,
Right.
very
Having
young.
now
Me
laters.
too, man. I'm fine.
We used to have now laters that
Right.
matched our
Outfits.
outfits, right?
Yeah.
So
Yo,
you see what I'm saying? You feel me? You feel me?
And them shit
You
used to
feel
be on
me?
the heater
You
right
feel
there.
me? This should be on the heater. So, but what took me to the next level, right? What took me to the next level was Kool G Rap.
Yeah, G-Rap was in New York.
Kool G Rap, because Kool G Rap, he started to make you advocate and manifest what you was talking about. You had to go out, you had the chains, you had the style, you had
Right.
the suits, you had the shoes that matched the hat.
Right.
And he was talking that culture, he was talking that talk.
Right.
It was hip hop, but he was advocating it. And that's what took me to the next level
Right.
with it. With the rap was Kool G Rap.
Kool G Rap.
Road to the riches.
I had Kool G Rap
Road
over
to
here
the
too.
riches.
He spit some bars. That was like one of my idols growing up.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you had G Rap here.
Sitting right here.
Wow.
Right here. And I had this little doll that was made, and I got so excited. I stood up and then knocked the doll over and broke it.
Right.
So I'll never
nah.
forget that.
Yeah.
It's Kool G Rap fault. You know what I mean?
G
He
Rap.
built me a doll.
Shout out to G Rap.
Shout out to
G-Rap,
G-Rap.
what up?
Legend
boy?
in the game.
So,
Legend.
if anybody want to follow you guys, how do they do that?
Microphone Terrorist on
On
Instagram
Instagram.
with the S at the end.
Okay.
All right, you go to YouTube, it's Microphone Terrorist too. You could Google us.
That's all your videos and everything they want to see about you guys right there.
Yeah, everything you want to see for us is on YouTube or Instagram. If you want current day to day, we on Instagram too. You know, Microphone
And
Terror.
all the new singles on all the digital platforms worldwide. You know, whether Apple Music, Spotify, Tidal. You know, be everywhere. You know, with that.
Videos
And we
on
microphone
iTunes.
terrorists, no relation to the Taliban, but the 911 Porsche is sick.
I like this guy. Now, damn, I lost my train of thought. He fucked me up with that one. But let's talk about vinyl real quick. You guys, vinyl, I read was selling for like $500. Let's talk about that. That's a big deal.
Well, we had a hit, man. We had a hit, you know, that we came out with Green Paper.
Green
and we
Paper.
followed that up with J. Rue the Damager. We did a
Shout out
joint
to J.
called No
Rue.
Food.
Right.
You know, and it's just basically that was the time where I think that he got locked up, and we was gonna sign the East West Atlantic at that time. We also was hooked up with the Juggernauts, you know, with Bobito and Stretch Armstrong.
Right.
$500,000 was our man, so we was $500,000 was taking us to underground radio. If you listen to that underground radio 89.1, you will see the terrorists over there. Who was we with there? Supernat. You will see the terrorists on those files, man. We battled some dudes up in there, so they got the business, you know what I mean?
So the essence,
GT Woo.
so the essence of it was that we had a shot at mainstream at that particular time, right? But we didn't get it because we separated. We fell a victim to certain things.
Right.
But lo and behold, the music, right? It was so powerful, so strong that it was moving without us knowing it, right? So somebody
in the '90s, remember, we wasn't really into the internet.
There was no internet.
Yeah, a lot of people
Right.
was fighting the internet.
Well, once we got to into the internet, now that's when we really discovered our fan base, you know.
Right.
And then
You know, the
DJ
comments,
Derazon,
you know.
I don't know if you know DJ
Yeah,
Derazon, he
Derazon.
came
Yeah,
over
salute
and he was
DJ
like, yo, y'all
Derazon
motherfuckers is
in
famous
Germany.
overseas.
right because
And
You know?
DJ, you know,
the
DJ
vinyl.
Jens in Sweden, you know.
Yeah.
There was a lot, they give us a lot of
Shout
support
out to
overseas.
DJ
you
Jens
know.
in
Yeah,
Sweden.
what up, Jens?
Sweden,
New
yeah.
Bad Gang.
Yeah, so the
Vin, what
vinyl,
up?
the vinyl moved, right? It moved, and we didn't even know it. It was moving overseas. It was bubbling, and people was buying it in Japan, France, Germany, Africa, everywhere.
Right.
They was buying it, and then we just looked one day on the internet, and we saw the vinyl that we had produced. It was being sold for $300. Then it went up to $400, and then the collectors were just collecting it. The ones that had it, they didn't even open. It was so precious to them over there.
Right.
The green paper, shout out to that green paper, Microphone Terrorist. Go get that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's how it got overseas selling for that amount.
Actually, we got some vinyl out right now. You
Can
know,
I get
for
some
the
vinyl?
90s.
Y'all bring me no vinyl, man?
We should have, we should have
I
done
need
some
easy
vinyl.
up there, you know?
So this
Yeah,
guy,
next time we got those. Matter of fact, I didn't even get my vinyl, son. He got the vinyl hostage right now.
Joey, send some more vinyl.
Joey, send some more vinyl, man. This dude took all
send
records.
it.
To smoke on records out
don't
in
send it to
Germany,
his
you know.
house, man.
You find out he got this on eBay.
Got the vinyl on his dad, exactly.
$500? That's a whole crazy. So listen, before we get out of here, man, is there anything you guys want to cover or share with the people that we haven't touched on?
Well, you know, I just want to say this: when you're dealing with the microphone terrorists, you're dealing with all decades, all current music, going all the way back. That's what makes us the terrorists, because we're able to adapt and adjust in any type of environment when it comes to hip hop. So I can't say that we can do this just as good as the young boys. We can do this better than the old heads.
Right.
We, you know, the microphone. That's why it makes us the microphone terrorists, because we bomb everything.
Everything.
Boom.
Everything. Alright? And Trump, fuck you. But anyway, another story. So that's what it is, man. Microphone terrorist, man. DJ Thoro, hottest in the street. Make sure y'all get at him, get that vinyl. If you get some of that vinyl, send it to me, because I need that $500.
We got you, Thorough.
Got
You know what I
you.
mean?
We got you.
That's what it is. Like always, you know what I'm about to say, right? When you see us, one knee us. Let me pay respects.
10 men, 20 men,